says because maybe she had agreed to cooperate with him. Now she goes to Xiang Khan's office and talks about who is doing all this. Han says that the one who will benefit from this is doing it. Xiang tells him that not only Xiang but also Jia is getting harmed because his stocks are falling. Then Song comes there and says that it is time for the board meeting and Grandpa has also come. Han comforts Xiang and goes for the meeting where all the board members talk about him. They are talking that all this is happening because of his impulses and he is sitting there with a straight face. Grandpa comes and says that nothing will happen by sitting like this. Tell him your solution. Grandpa agrees and says that he needs a day's time in which he will stabilize the stock price and handle this news as well. Grandpa agrees and says that if all this does not get better in 3 days then everyone will hold him responsible. Then he goes to meet him in his office. On the other hand, Zhong comes to An's house with some gifts and tells him that I heard that you are ill, so because of this you did not go to the board meeting. She also says that it seems that whatever situation happened with Han this time, you had no role in it. Hans. No, you both are cousins so you can help him in this matter because he doesn't know how to ask for help, hearing which Wan tells him that you are still after my cousin. If you had focused on your career instead of his, you would have been a strong woman, you also know that. Han is obsessed with Sin, then Jank says that Han has some different plan, then Wan tells him that it is a good opportunity for you anyway, your project work is going well, so go and tell Han who can support him in difficult times. Then Jung Han says on this, Gran asks Pan that, do you want to tell me something? Then Han says that this is not the first crisis of Shi Qing, whatever he has faced till now the problem has come, he has handled everything himself but this time he is stuck in this problem because of me, hearing which Grandpa says that I will see what you can do in 3 days. Now we see Shan in Zheng Fei's house where she has come to give him the surgery documents and tells him that after signing it, your surgery will be done but in return, you will have to confess that we have no hand in the problem that has happened in your waist. Hearing this she becomes happy at first but later says that my husband will not like this and I cannot do this. Shan says that if I did not care for you then I would not have done all this. If your surgery is not done then you will become paralyzed, her daughter will also be there. Seeing which she says that who will take care of him after him, you have already given him such a father and later even you will not be able to protect him. Just then, Safa hears a voice that her husband is coming, so she gives the documents to Xiang and sends him out from there and Xiang also secretly leaves from there. Sina Pan who was sitting in his office comes there. Just then, Zhang comes there and says that the project is going very well and you can use it to eliminate the negative comments. You can and for now it will be good for you to end your relationship with Xiang Chen. Hearing this, Han says that these are my cousin's words and tells her that who asked Zhong Fei's husband to do all this. I had even forbidden you earlier from meeting Xin Chen and Dong Yang. Zhong tells him that I did not give the video to the media but Xiang is always at fault, you never blame her. Then Han says that we both are in a relationship and I will transfer my shares in your company to you. Hearing this, tears come to Jan's eyes and she takes the report and leaves from there. Jan was also getting very angry here. Then we see Yeo who is carrying pastries for all the employees. He comes to the house to make their mood a little better. After giving pastries to everyone, he takes some for Lily and gives her pastries but she says that she cannot eat so many. She takes one of them but he asks her to keep all of them with herself and eat them slowly but Lily explains him that he should not waste his time on her. On this, Jiju says that this is not a waste of time. Because of liking you, I got to know about my shortcomings and I am also improving myself in a good way. We have done hardship together and right now we are good friends, but Lily also smiles and says yes. From here we again see Lu who is sitting in the bar and watching the live streaming of Mang. But when people were making bad comments about Shan Chang, Mango tries to defend her but everyone starts abusing her and says that she must have met those people and they should unsubscribe her. Mango tries to explain a lot but no one was ready to listen to her so she turns off the live streaming and goes to her room and lies down on the bed. Seeing this, Lu messages her to console her and asks her not to see those comments. He also sends her some typed jokes to brighten her mood. After reading which she gets a little better and thanks him. Lu says that his mom has made a soup and when she has time, she should come and try it. She says yes, but he says yes that she will come. Now both Xing and Na are talking to each other on a call where he tells her that when I am not with you, you have to take good care of yourself, promise me this. She says yes and both hang up. Next day Xing goes back to Zhang Fei's house. From outside the room, she hears him and her husband talking. Zhang Fei was explaining to her that they should not do all this for money and should return the money. But her husband says that I have spent the money I got and if I need more money then I can go to the check and get it from there. Han starts recording everything. Meanwhile, Zhang Fei says that my problem is not because of the fall or this product. Her husband had pushed her earlier. So should I tell everyone that all this has happened because of you? On the other hand, Song gives a report to Khan in which it is written that the problem in the waist of Zhang Fei was because of her husband hitting her. Seeing this, Han quickly leaves to go to her house. Meanwhile, when Zhang Fei's husband pushes her in anger, Han comes inside the house making a video. She says that I have now everything has been recorded and now you will not be spared. Hearing this, they run after Shin to kill him and as Shin runs down from the building, Han arrives there and catches Shin. She happily tells Han that now no one will be able to say anything to you because I have recorded the evidence in my phone. Han tells her not to take such a risk next time and hands over that man to the police. The next day, Shin gives this good news to everyone, which makes everyone very happy and says that we should also thank Mr. Rayan for saving AK Shin on time. Jiju says that today we should celebrate for this, but Shin smiles and says that today is my date so let's go on Sunday. Hearing which everyone starts hooting for her because now almost everyone knows that she is Han's girlfriend. And then they start working. Han shows the video he made to everyone in the board meeting and tells everyone that the problem has been solved now. I don't want anyone from Yang to try to ham us and Xing Chang. After some time, Shan messages Han that is he free today, I need to take you somewhere, to which Han says yes and says that he will come to pick you up but Xing sends him the location of a camp and asks him to meet there directly. Then we go to the lakeside camp. Scene. Let's see where tents were pitched around. Xing was watching the stars there when Han comes there and Xing asks him to watch the stars in the telescope and tells him that this is the best place for star gazing. When Han also looks at the stars, he sees a very bright star in the center. Then Xing shows him a certificate that now this star has got a name and its name is Always Have a Crush on You and tells him that when she came to this city, she was very stressed but these stars. Seeing this, all her tensions used to disappear and it is very romantic too. She tells him that now it has become even more romantic because you are with me. Then Na says that I have also heard something about stars that we have stars inside us because according to Big Bang Theory, atoms of stars are inside our body. And tells her that now I am going to kiss my special star. Saying this, he kisses her and both of them greet each other by saying I love you. Next day, Shao sees the news of Dong Young's stock and says that finally now our stocks have stopped falling but all the hard work you did after coming from Germany has gone waste and now you have very little time left, whether you use it or not. How will you increase the stock price in this? But Han says that according to the payment of Shanky, she will recover soon and when we tell about Hanai, the stock price will increase anyway. Shah asks him what to do next. Han says that do what I have told you to do and reminds him that you have mixed your love and affection now and leaves after saying this. After this we see Shinko showing Lily and Jijin an article in which Shingang Hospital was organizing a pioneer project for medical devices. After getting selected, they will get some money and study and will get a chance to work with a very good and big team. They are very happy to hear that Xing is now here to apply for Jiju and she says that it is only to prepare for the meeting. There we see Han talking to Grandpa that everything is fine. In a few days, the surgery of the wallet Zhang Fei will be done. Her husband has also been taken care of. The stock prices have also become stable. Zhang Fei's daughter is also being taken care of by her parents. Xing has solved everything very well in his own way and he is also bearing the expenses of Zhang Fei's treatment. But Grandpa tells him that in all these years, no one has ever stood in front of Dang Yang's company with such a banner. Although all this news has been covered, but his marks are still on our company. Han says that from next time Xing will not take any action against Zhang Di. We will not let the company attack, and says that Zheng had it done. Grandpa is surprised to hear that I have seen this girl growing up since childhood and she is doing all this from here. Then we see Sang Di, who is sitting in a bar and drinking. Chang also comes and sits next to her and asks her to drink less, but she does not agree. Chang says that we met at a party a few years ago when you had returned from Germany and you were drinking a lot at that time. She used to glow, but since Han's arrival, everything has gone bad, and he asks her to be like before, but she says that I already had a crush on her and now I don't have the courage anymore. Chang goes to the washroom when he gets a message on his phone to wire to Ju's Medical that he is getting very less money from Dang Yang, so if he gives them more money then he can acquire her. After that we see the body of the dead body, which messages Lely to meet him, to which she says yes. Then Xingu sends Minky a live streaming video in which she supported Shin. Now when she sees how people were trolling her, she gets angry and reaches his house, where both of them were sitting side by side, but Mang was behaving as if she did not care while eating snacks. She says sorry to Shingo that all this happened because of her, but tells Mango that it is nothing like that. You are my best friend, and if I do not protect you then who will protect you? Then everyone starts laughing and joking, and they were happy that Mang is not facing the most problems. After a while, Xing calls Yu Chang and tells him that they have to take part in the Pioneer project. Hearing this, Yijin says that if your devices are good then there are very high chances of your success. He asks him to introduce him to some colleagues who are working in this project. We know about the one for whom she says yes. As soon as she hangs up the phone, Shijo had prepared dinner for him. Both of them were celebrating by lighting candles, etc. Shijo was very happy that his company's problem was solved, but Shizo is a little sad here because now his friends were not with him, seeing which Yujin asks her if she regrets being with him and she refuses. That is why Yujin proposes her to marry him. Hearing this, she is happy and agrees to him and says yes. The next day we see Grandpa, whom his sister Missan comes to meet, where they start talking about Han, where Missan starts talking that the victim Zhang Fei is very beautiful, so why don't we help her? But Grandpa tells us how. Their child is being taken care of by her parents and the expenses of Zhang Fei's treatment are being borne by Xing Chen Company, which, hearing this, Missan starts saying that this girl, Ji Xing, is so kind-hearted and starts telling Grandpa that you don't really hate her. Anyway, do you? Grandpa says that since she is a girl, she used to glow, but since Han's arrival, everything has gone bad, and he asks her to be like before, but she says that I already had a crush on her and now I don't have the courage anymore. Chang goes to the washroom when he gets a message on his phone to wire to Ju's Medical that he is getting very less money from Dang Yang, so if he gives them more money then he can acquire her. After that we see the body of the dead body, which messages Lely to meet him, to which she says yes. Then Xingu sends Minky a live streaming video in which she supported Shin. Now when she sees how people were trolling her, she gets angry and reaches his house, where both of them were sitting side by side, but Mang was behaving as if she did not care while eating snacks. She says sorry to Shingo that all this happened because of her, but tells Mango that it is nothing like that. You are my best friend, and if I do not protect you then who will protect you? Then everyone starts laughing and joking, and they were happy that Mang is not facing the most problems. After a while, Xing calls Yu Chang and tells him that they have to take part in the Pioneer project. Hearing this, Yijin says that if your devices are good then there are very high chances of your success. He asks him to introduce him to some colleagues who are working in this project. We know about the one for whom she says yes. As soon as she hangs up the phone, Shijo had prepared dinner for him. Both of them were celebrating by lighting candles, etc. Shijo was very happy that his company's problem was solved, but Shizo is a little sad here because now his friends were not with him, seeing which Yujin asks her if she regrets being with him and she refuses. That is why Yujin proposes her to marry him. Hearing this, she is happy and agrees to him and says yes. The next day we see Grandpa, whom his sister Missan comes to meet, where they start talking about Han, where Missan starts talking that the victim Zhang Fei is very beautiful, so why don't we help her? But Grandpa tells us how. Their child is being taken care of by her parents and the expenses of Zhang Fei's treatment are being borne by Xing Chen Company, which, Hearing this, Miss Anne starts saying that this girl, Ji Xing, is so kind-hearted and starts telling Grandpa that you don't really hate her. Anyway, do you? Grandpa says that since she is a girl. Good, but let's see how far she can go on such talk, on which Main San taunts her, saying that all other humans have organs in their body but you have many schemes to trick people. Then we see Shah and Lily walking on a beach where Lily says that we look very intimate, but all this is fake, we don't know anything about each other. Then Xiao says to her that I will tell you everything, and tells her that he was already married but his wife died years ago during childbirth and he has a daughter named Bibi whom her mother takes care of, but Shobi sometimes stays with her, that is why he has to go home. After knowing all this, you also don't know anything about her. Do you want to live with me or no? Whatever your decision is, I will respect it. Then we see Shinko, who is in the corridor of the restaurant. Then she notices Han there, who is going somewhere. She follows him. She sees that he was meeting Zhang. Seeing this, she gets upset and goes to her room. She tells Zhang Han that you want to acquire JA's company. I know how important it is for you. But Chang is also trying to acquire it. You cannot use Shinchan to increase your stock price. On hearing this, Shinko tells No that this is what she wanted to talk about and says that I will send your shares soon. Voila. Reply to that. Then she tells Jungo that if you do this to my company, then I will have to join Chang's company. Then On says that your company and decision will be yours anyway. Chang treats you very well, so don't talk about such things here and there. Saying this, he is leaving from here. Zhang asks him if Xing knows that you are such a determined person. But he doesn't say anything and leaves. Xing's dinner was also over and she is a little drunk. Then Yejin tells her that he will call a taxi for her, but she refuses. Then Han comes there and says that he will drop her here. Yejin tells her that those people are going to meet her. Pioneer. We met because of a project, and leaves. After Han asks Sing why he drank so much, she says in an annoyed tone that you and Zhang also had lunch together. I didn't ask anything and you are asking me so many things. Han asks her to just sit in the car so that she can talk to him, but she refuses and says that she will call a taxi. Saying this, she starts leaving in the rain, but Han didn't want her to go home in this condition. So he gets off his car and leaves with Sing. After dropping Shin at home, Senna comes back to Zhang, who is completely drunk. Zhang tells her that no matter how much you drink, Han will not care for you. Zhang says, do you know how long I have liked him for him? I went to Germany so that I can study with him. I started my company in Germany, but everything doesn't matter to him. Hearing this, Zhang says that you are a businesswoman and I am saying this for your good. Zhang tells her that you had intentionally shown me the message in which you were talking about acquiring Jogi company and you had sent Zhang Fei's video to the media. Because of all this, I also got involved in this because of him. Earlier, he had approached Zhang Fei's husband so that he could come to Shan's company and create a ruckus because of you. Han and I have become like this. You have used me. But Chang tells Chang that you should understand that Han likes Siu Sin, hearing which she cries and says that until she takes revenge, she probably won't sit. Then Chang says that I will help you in everything. After this we see Shah, who was putting his daughter to sleep by telling her a story, when he gets a message from Lily that she wants to meet his daughter, to which he says yes. Here at home, Sing was checking his phone repeatedly while brushing her teeth. As she has not received any message from Han till now, she gets frustrated. On the other side, Han is also brushing his teeth and says that he is sleeping with a message from Shin. He was looking at the photos of his wife and was very happy. Then he changes the password of his house for her and is very happy. Next day, Lily meets Bibi where they take her to a fun park. When Bibi is playing there, he tells her that he likes her a lot, and on Lily's insistence, he tells her that I never told my previous dates about my private life, but you are different. Then Lily smiles and says that now I have thought that we will be a family of 3 people. But without giving any expression, he says that every relationship has its own steps and I don't want to make any changes in Bibi's life. Hearing this, Lily again gets a little sad and says okay. After which we see Mei having dinner with Lu and her mom, where Mei gives soup to Sono and says that Lu told me that someone was bullying you, so don't be scared, but she smiles and says that she is absolutely fine and the comments don't matter to her. Now Lu signals her mom to go from there and she also leaves, making an excuse that she had to go to play games with her friends and she forgot to go. Lua puts dishes in front of her to make her eat properly, but she was connecting everything to her live streaming, which makes him very tense, but she laughs and says that I was just teasing you and tells him that she felt a little bad earlier because of those comments. But now she is absolutely fine. Hearing this, Lu plays a song for her and asks her about her future plans. What will she do in life now? To this, Mang says that if anyone wants to learn dance, then introduce her to me because I can dance well. But Lu was not able to believe it. So, to convince her, she starts dancing there. Seeing her, Lu also joins her. And when both of them were dancing very well, Mom also comes there. Seeing them, she starts pretending as if she did not see anything. And then she takes her phone and leaves. Now the scene is on. She had not received a message from Shinko till now, so she starts complaining to Dawang that, "Look, he knows that I am angry, still. He has not messaged me till now. If you have a girlfriend, then don't do this with her, otherwise she will get angry." And then someone knocks on the door. Shinko thinks that it must be inflation, but as soon as she opens the door, Han comes there. Seeing him there, she closes the door and starts going to her room, but she is very busy. Hearing that Han says that, "Okay, then I am leaving now, Shinko." The sound of the door closing is heard, hearing which she comes out and checks that he has really left, but even then she looks back and sees he was sitting on the sofa, seeing which she gets surprised and does such a thing. She calls Chili's for a meeting. Then he comes to her and says that I came here to convince my angry girlfriend, but you did not even explain to me and left me alone there. She says to Shingo that you know that Jang likes you, but still why did you go to have lunch with her? Han says that I went to tell her that there is nothing between us and I went to return the shares of her company which I have. Hearing this, Shink gets happy and hugs him and asks her why she did not call and text me. He says that he was busy with Jang Fei's case, so Shink says sorry because he also behaved like a child, and she says that I also did that. I could have called you, but I did not know when you are busy or in a meeting. Han takes her phone and puts his location in her phone and tells her that even though he cannot call her again and again, you can always check my location so that you know where I am. Now just as he is about to kiss her, he realizes that there is someone inside the house, but Xing tells him that Mang is not inside the house. She went to give a class and will return late. Han picks her up and takes her inside her room. On the other hand, Lu brings Mang to the beach and tells her that after seeing her, Mana's work becomes very easy. Mang tells him that all her classmates, some are teachers and some are friends. I am singing, I do a lot of things, but I am not good at any of them and I am ruining my youth like this. Hearing this, Lu tells her that at least you are doing something. Hard work never ruins the youth. If that would have happened, then Mang would also shout here and say that everything will be fine and will do live streaming again. Then she tells Lu that she has a very good singer's CD. Do you want it for yourself and outside? To which he says yes. Then she takes him on her scooty and starts going towards the house. As soon as these people reach in front of the house, poor Lu was very shocked because she was driving very fast. Now as soon as they go inside the house, they see Han, who has taken the CD from the house. Ka was wearing pajamas. Seeing him, these people start smiling. At the same time, Xing also comes out of the room and introduces him to the people who are here. Seeing him, Lu says that we will not disturb this bossy lady and her sweet boyfriend at all. Come, let us take the ladder and go to my house. Hearing this, she goes to take the ladder and Xing and Han start teasing her that what is going on between you, but she says that nothing, we both are just friends and don't worry, our mom is also at my house. Then he calls her his niece-in-law and invites her to his house for lunch. Both of them leave from here. As soon as they reach home, they are. When Han goes and tells his mom about his girlfriend, she becomes very happy and starts asking her everything in detail again and again, after which we see that after changing, Han was packing Shinko's stuff and taking her to his house because now they were going to live together. He was also taking his cat Da-ang with him. After reaching home, Han asks her to open the door, and when she asks him for the password, it was his birth date. Seeing this, she becomes very happy. After going inside, Shan puts all her stuff in his house. Then when Han is making dinner, he tries a dish which seems very spicy, but when Shinko tries it, she says that it is not spicy at all, so she adds even more spices to it. He refuses to Shingu that you can't cook so much spicy food. It's okay, I will eat a little less spicy food, but Han says that you like spicy food, right? So I can tolerate it a little. And anyway, spicy food tells how passionate people are for their work. Then he cooks a lot of dishes for him, to whom she tells that both of us have very different lives and we are going to fight a lot in the future. On hearing this, Han says that it's okay, I will make you stop eating your mouth, after which we see Jang. He meets Ju and tells him that it seems that you really want to acquire your company. Are you also thinking about it? To which Ju says that yes, I also have to think about the people of my company. So Chang tells him that you should ask Han to acquire it at a higher price. It will benefit you, and if Han refuses, then you will give me your company at a lower price than what Han has offered. Hearing this, Joe starts thinking. Then we see Han getting a call from Song, who tells him that Ju has broken the contract again. Just then, Xiing and he were leaving the house to go to the office. Xiing says that she cannot believe that Han is going to drop her to the office. He tells her that maybe I will not be able to drop her today. Hearing this, Xiing kisses him and asks if he can drop her now, right? He picks her up and says that he is the boss, so he can even lie down for a while. He picks her up and takes her back inside the house. From here we see Shinj in the company with Yeo and Lily, where they are discussing about the year-end bonus. Shinj tells that she has received a mail from an employee that some employees are not working properly. So she asks Yeo to keep an eye on her, and those who have worked hard will get bonus according to their work. And in the coming days we will increase the salary of all the people so that the bonus does not affect them much. Now the day everyone gets bonus, everyone is very happy, but she was not happy at all after seeing her bonus. She gets a message from someone asking what is going on there. She says that she is going to work now. Then she gets angry and says that she is going to work. She goes to him and says that he did not do well. How did I get such a low bonus when I am your old colleague? Hearing this, she tells Shingu that people have got bonus according to the work they have done. Personal relationship has no meaning in this. So, she tells him that if it is so, then give me my shares. Shingu says which shares? She says that when I came here for the interview, Jiju had promised me. On this, Jiju says that what I meant to say was that you will get salary increase and bonus, not shares. Hearing this, she says that I am leaving the job, but before that I want my shares. Saying this, she leaves. Then, Xiing thinks that. Then Wei Wei goes to the parking lot and calls her and tells her that the work is done. Then we see that this person is actually Yuan's assistant who was making her do all this. Then when she is in the car with Shahan, she tells him that there is no mention of shares in the employee contract. Then Wei Wei tells him that there is no mention of shares in the contract. He says that don't think about it personally and just focus on the contract. At the same time, Han gets a message from Song which Shin reads. He tells her that he is going to meet Joe at the tea house. He asks Shin to come with him because after talking to Joe, they were going to have dinner together. She says yes to that. Han takes her to the tea house in the side room. He sits and gives the money to Jock, and as soon as he comes there, he starts talking to him. Xiing was also listening to his conversation. He asks him to increase the price and says that Chang is giving me a better price than you. I have only one company, so I would like to give it to him at a better price. Han says that the price increase doesn't matter to him, but I will not give you more money than this because you are repeatedly breaking your contract, and if you don't sign the contract on the amount I am giving you, then you should know what will happen to you. But still Ju doesn't agree to him and says that don't regret when I give one company to Chank. Saying this, he leaves from there. As soon as he leaves, Song comes there and he tells Han that he has met Chang many times and he will probably acquire his company at a lower price than us, so what should we do now? Han writes something on the table with water, seeing which Song says okay and leaves. Xiing also comes there and sees something written but she doesn't understand it. Then both of them go to have dinner together. While eating, Xiing tells him that we have to do the same in the company, but Xiing says that it is not like that between us because we have been colleagues for so many years. Xiing tells Han that not everyone deserves such feelings. There are some employees who if you give them shelter in a friendly way, they will take shelter from you and leave you alone in the rain, but Xiing is upset. When she says that she doesn't want to talk about it anymore, Noak says that the next day Xiing calls Wei to talk to her alone. When Wei gets arrogant, she asks him if he has called her to talk about shares, but Xing says that have you really decided that you are leaving the job? If you want to stay here, I will increase your pay. But she says that she doesn't want any pay raise, and since she is a founding member of Xing's company, she wants shares for herself. She says that people like you work in startup companies only when they have shares. She tells Shingo that you are an employee of the company and we are paying you salary for this in the contract. Nothing is written about shares, etc. If you are a shareholder of the company, then only you can get shares, on hearing which Wavy tells him not to regret it, and leaves from here. Now at night, Shin takes a shower and comes back without drying her hair. Seeing this, Han starts drying her hair and says that you did well by talking to Wavy, but Shin says that she has worked with him for years, but she never saw his nature like this. Han says that when you see the other side of people, then you should understand that now you should separate yourself from those people. Shin asks what is your life? How many sides are there? Then he says millions, and both of them start laughing, and with this the episode ends here. So this was today's video, and I hope you guys, if you liked this video, then please like this video and definitely subscribe to the channel. See you again in this drama. Till now, goodbye. Subscribe my other channels, link in description.